From the CISO series, it's Cybersecurity Headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Monday, November 10th, 2025. I'm Steve Prentice. runC flaws could allow attackers to escape Docker containers. There are actually 3 new vulnerabilities disclosed by Alexis Sarayin, a software engineer at Luxembourg-based open-source software company SUSE, and also a board member at the Open Container Initiative. The runC container runtime used in Docker and Kubernetes could be exploited to bypass isolation restrictions and get access to the host system, he says. The 3 issues all have CVE numbers, and runC is, quote, a universal container runtime and the OCI reference implementation for running containers. It is responsible for low-level operations such as creating the container process, setting up namespaces, mounts, and C groups that higher-level tools like Docker and Kubernetes can call. Currently, there have been no reports of any of the flaws being actively exploited in the wild. Lost iPhone scam warning. The Swiss National Cybersecurity Center is warning iPhone users about a phishing scam that claims to have found a lost or stolen iPhone with a true motive of stealing Apple ID credentials. The campaign is based on a message that users can set in Apple's Find My Phone app that appears on the lock screen, and which can include an email address or phone number of another iPhone owned by the lost iPhone's owner or someone close to them. The threat actors, quote, may be using this information to send targeted phishing texts through SMS or iMessage to the displayed contact information, claiming to be from Apple's Find My team and stating that their phone had been found. The Swiss Security Center advises users to ignore any text messages like these, stating that Apple will never contact customers via SMS or email to report a found device. Landfall Android spyware targets Samsung Galaxy phones. Security researchers from Palo Alto Network's Unit 42 uncovered a 9-month hacking campaign targeting Samsung Galaxy phones, primarily in the Middle East. The attackers used a commercial-grade Android spyware called Landfall, which exploited a previously unknown vulnerability in Galaxy image processing libraries. Delivered through WhatsApp as malicious DNG files, the spyware could secretly record audio, track location, and steal photographs, messages, and contacts, possibly without user interaction. DNG, by the way, stands for Digital Negative Images, a variation of TIFF image files. The flaw was patched in April 2025. Unit 42 noted similarities to Middle Eastern commercial spyware operations, but the perpetrators and number of victims remain unknown. The campaign's goal appeared to be a targeted surveillance. Huge thanks to our sponsor, Vanta. What's your 2 a.m. worry? Is it, do I have the right controls in place? Or, are my vendors secure? Or, the really scary one, how do I get out from under these old tools and manual processes? Enter Vanta. Vanta automates manual work so you can stop sweating over spreadsheets, chasing audit evidence, and filling out endless questionnaires. Their trust management platform continuously monitors your systems, centralizes your data, and simplifies your security at scale. Vanta also fits right into your workflows, using AI to streamline evidence collection, flag risks, and keep your program audit-ready all the time. With Vanta, you get everything you need to move faster, scale confidently, and get back to sleep. Get started at vanta.com/headlines. That is VANTA.com/headlines. AI chat privacy at risk through Whisper leak side channel attack. Microsoft describes this attack as, quote, a side channel attack that lets network snoopers infer AI chat topics despite encryption, risking user privacy. It lets attackers who can monitor network traffic infer what users discuss with remote language models even when the data is encrypted, an activity that could expose sensitive details from user or enterprise conversations with streaming AI systems, creating serious privacy risks. In short, despite the encryption models used, quote, attackers can infer token length, timing, or cache patterns to guess prompt topics. Microsoft's Whisper leak expands on these, showing how encrypted traffic patterns alone can reveal conversation themes. End quote. Illuminate Education fined $5.1 million for poor data security practices leading to hack. 3 state attorneys general announced on Thursday that, quote, the educational technology company Illuminate Education will pay a $5.1 million fine and agree to make changes to its business to settle allegations that shoddy security practices led to a 2021 data breach. The breach exposed student names, races, coded medical conditions, and whether they received special education accommodations, end quote. This impacted students in 49 states and 3 million in California alone. The failings included an alleged failure to delete the login credentials of former employees, which is thought to be the resource used by the hacker. The company also allegedly failed to monitor its systems for suspicious activity and did not separately secure backup and active databases, which meant the backup databases were also compromised when the active database was breached. Destructive time bomb malware in industrial .NET extensions found and removed. Following up on a story covered by Sean Kelly in March of 2023, security experts have now helped remove malicious NuGet packages, that is N-U-G-E-T, that had been planted in that year and were designed to destroy systems, especially in, quote, safety-critical systems in manufacturing environments, end quote, and specifically in Siemens S7 programmable logic controllers. This destruction was scheduled to occur in 2027 and 2028. Researchers from Socket identified 9 malicious packages on the .NET Package Manager and noted that the packages were comprised mostly of genuinely useful, legitimate code, making them more trustworthy. Brian Krebs assesses U.S. government's proposed TP-Link ban. In his recent blog, Brian Krebs states that the U.S. government is considering banning sales of networking gear from TP-Link, a major player in consumer and small business routers, citing national security concerns over its reported ties to China and the high stakes of sensitive data passing through its hardware. TP-Link denies these risks, claiming it severed connections with its China-based parent and is U.S. headquartered, with design and manufacturing in Vietnam and Singapore. The article from Krebs warns that the issue is broader. Many other budget routers rely on China-sourced components and ship with known weak default settings, meaning the challenge is less about one brand than systemic security in home networking. What are you doing at 4 o'clock Eastern this afternoon, today, Monday? If the answer isn't joining us for the Department of No, you better have a good excuse. If you haven't caught it yet, the Department of No is your weekly stand-up to help you kick off your week in cybersecurity. And we want you to join us live. Get in on the chat, ask questions of our guests, and have some fun with the rest of our audience. It all happens over on the CISO Series YouTube channel every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Just subscribe to the channel and join us this Monday to join in on the fun. And if you have some thoughts on the news from today or about this show in general, please be sure to reach out to us at feedback@cisoseries.com. We would love to hear from you. I'm Steve Prentice, reporting for the CISO Series.
Cybersecurity headlines are available every weekday. Head to cisoseries.com for the full stories behind the headlines.